Hello, 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 and welcome to the Hoopla of Y'all show. I am your host, Shay Rippinger of Hip the Hoopla. I'm working with some regular technology tonight, but it's a new hookup, and it's like very late getting all hooked up here. So, as y'all know, I'm going to move around a little bit because I'm sitting a little low in one of the cameras here. I am broadcasting live on, let's see here, let's try that, sort of. Anyway, I'm broadcasting live on both Facebook and YouTube and on my Hip the Hoopla pages. So if you are watching live, thank you so much. If you're watching a recording, thank you so much. If you are watching live, you can type in little questions along the way, and I will try and address things on air during the broadcast. So anyway, tonight's theme is go. So so where that theme came from is, I don't know if you guys are part of this, but in my Facebook thread and a bunch of people that I know of, they're like, what's your one word for the year that's your goal? Your one word. And I'm like, this year it's just ridiculous for me, because with this move from Colorado to Idaho has been challenging to say the least, and I can't use challenging over and over and over again. I don't think I've used that one yet, but also I like to try and I like to promote health, humor, and hooping. That's what this show is about. So I like to keep it positive. So even though I might go a little venting here and there, anyway, that's about So anyway, so when I was thinking of that, my joke for this is that, and I'm looking over to my notes. Move on is 2 words. So go is 1 word. So technically that fits in with that category of what's your 1 word goal for the year. So and a little story to go with that. This is a little thing from today. Just a small little check-in before that too. Like we started our day getting a generator. So we live on a mountaintop in Idaho with a bunch of snow and all that kind of stuff with winter conditions. We moved in the middle of winter, and challenging is we're just going to go with that. I saw a Facebook post, and and it was like, oh, it sounds so serene, and I was like, yes, serene is not the word I'd use for my personal experience of it. But again, I do want to try and be positive. There are serene elements of this, and I'm trying to be very grateful for a lot of the things that are coming up, which I'm very grateful for a lot of little things these days. So it was things that I used to take for granted before, but just like things that are more in the survival line. Hey, see who you drinking? So, and I'm back in the little closet area, as I mentioned before on the last show, the foyer area. So it's still coming together. In one of the shots here, you see a bunch of the blah blah in the background, and in the other one, you just see mostly wood doors and some hoops behind me. So anyway, again, this is about health, humor, and hooping. So there will be, and that I do try and go in that order, and I'm trying to keep it down to a nice, like 20-minute or under format these days. So yeah, my dog is very thirsty, so she's lapping up a lot of water there. So I don't know if that audio is catching that on camera, but anyway, so that's what that sound is in the background in case you are hearing it. So, and apparently she's really thirsty because she's still going. Anyway, so, alrighty. All right. So I make like a few suggestions too, so that hopefully you get a little bit out of this broadcast of either new information or reconfirming some information you might, you know, sometimes, as my mom would say, need to be reminded of. And not that she would do that, but it'd be like, oh, you're taking this, that, and that, and that, and that'd be stuff that I already knew. But then there'd be like this one little thing that I forgot, and I'm like, oh yeah, that, sure, yeah, I know that, but did I remember to do that? Not necessarily. So anyway, so either hopefully you learned something new, or this reconfirms some of the things that you already know, like, hey, yeah, maybe I should try that again, or something like that. So. On that note, so go is the theme tonight, and yeah, oh yeah, the story. how gold fits into the theme is we live, like I said, we live in a big hill, so we have a very narrow road that comes up to our home, and in the mountaintop here, quite literally a mountaintop. Now we do get a look over like a really cool valley and nice steep hill and stuff like that, but the road down is quite challenging to say the least. It's A, narrow, B, icy, and C, scary as all get out for me. Now, my husband can drive through anything, and so today was my practice run down the icy run. So it's kind of like bobsledding, but he's like, I'm going to be your co-pilot today. But one of the things, especially going uphill, is that you have to like give it gas. And so even though me personally, I'm like freaked out as all get out, and I'm going to try and use pleasant words for this. I'm going to try not to swear. And there are times where I do swear, and this isn't as kid-friendly of a show as I'd like it to be, but I do try and keep it positive, and I do really try and keep it funny. So anyway, you have to give it gas. So, I know 20 miles an hour doesn't seem like a lot, except when you're going uphill on ice. That's really challenging. Now, my husband keeps reminding me, you have awesome tires. Really, really, really good tires, even better than on his car. So, that is true, and I just believe that today because I didn't have to chain up. So, like, literally put chains on the tires to be able to get up the hill. So today wasn't one of those days. So it was a nice sunny day today, but still, I'm like driving on a lot of ice, and there's ruts, and again, narrow road. But the thing is that go theme, you just have to keep going, and you can't, sometimes you can't go slow is what his point was, is you have to just give it gas and go, because otherwise you'll just slide back down. So if you don't have enough momentum, you just you either stay in place or you literally slide backwards in the case of my experience today with the driving. So I did not slide backwards because I did take his advice, and I just kept giving it gas and going, go, 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 go. So, and that is like literally my theme for this year is go. Just, and like I said, my joke was, because move on is 2 words, and you're supposed to choose 1 word for your, and I could choose however many words I want. You make up your own rules, for what you want to do for the year. You can follow it or not follow it. So anyway, but I figured that's a good one, and that it really does demonstrate a lot of things. So like even last week, putting on the first show of the year for me, a little late getting started, but earlier than last year, because I started my show in February last year. So this year I'm starting it in January. So at least I'll have 2 shows underneath my belt for this year. And my goal, again, is 50 episodes this year. I got 50 done last year, so that should be awesome. I was just going to make a little joke of like, I don't want to do my age, because then I'll have a lot of shows to do. But I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not making that a goal. So anyway, 50's good. 50's a lot. 50's 1 a week for 50 weeks. So, or sometimes, as the case may be, if I have to take like a little bit of a breather or something like that, then I'll let you know in the schedule. And on my Facebook page, I have an event listing for it on the Hip to Hoopla page. But I'll try and make up the shows. And so, like I said, I'm trying to keep them nice and short and tight, and getting better at that. At the end of last year, I had a bunch to do during the moving process. So I had to really tighten them up because I just didn't have a lot of time to do that. So we kept it to 1 story, 1 health tip, 1 humor bit with the laughter yoga, and 1 hooping trick or element or something like that. So on that note, I'm going to give you the quick health tip, and that is right now for me here in my hemisphere of the earth, is that it's winter here. Now, obviously, on the other hemisphere of the earth, on the other side of the world, it's the opposite. But anyway, right now it is winter, so dry skin may be an issue for some people. It is for me, so a little bit, and dealing with like eczema or psoriasis or whatever. Besides trying to lower your stress levels, one of the nice things to be able to do when you have dry skin is to use like an oil. So I had a discussion with somebody one time, not too long ago, recently, something like that, like to put, she was putting coconut oil on her skin first and then putting like lotion on afterwards. Now, me personally, I would think, and this is so weird how I'm using like chemistry and math and all sorts of things I'd never think I'd use, but that I would do it the reverse direction. So put on, if you're going to use a lotion, put your lotion on first and then seal it in with the coconut oil or, and it could, because the coconut oil is thicker and it's going to like create the kind of like this skin of moisture around you. So you want to get the quick absorbing stuff in first. So on that note, I'm going to recommend hemp oil. So this is just a brand that we got this at, where did we get this at? Ross or something like that. Anyway, you can just, hemp oil is not, it is a cannabis, but it is, because of the U.S. Farm Bill now, hemp is legal to grow in all of the U.S. So, but it doesn't have anything to do with marijuana as drug and all that kind of stuff. So, but hemp is a very nutritive. It's a seed. They make fuel out of it. They make so many things. Go look it up. What all they make out of hemp. So industrial hemp is really amazing stuff. Anyway, we happen to get like this, and you can cook with this. And this was a bottle of cooking oil, but I absconded with it and brought it to the bathroom, and it is now my body oil. So I put this on, right after I get out of the shower. I just not even. I barely towel dry, but still have moisture on my skin. Put the oil on, that seals in the water moisture, and then I put on like coconut oil, or even I have a really, really thick lotion that I put on after this, and it seals it in. So anyway, just an idea in case you are interested. Hemp oil. So, all right, that's my health suggestion for you. Moving on, I wanted to do a little laughter yoga exercise with you, and this is coming from my chiropractor today. Not that he showed me this, but I was thinking about it while I was stretching out, getting ready to get my adjustment today, and we have a new chiropractor and stuff like that. But what I wanted to show you was to take a little shoulder twist. And so what you want to do, you can either put your hands on your hips, or I'm going to put them on my thighs because I like to go out in a plie position. You can't quite see that in camera, but my legs are going out, like that. So in a plie position, you want to tuck your bum underneath. So you do a little pelvic tilt up, and then you're going to bring the abdominal wall in, shoulder roll back. Take a nice deep breath in and get that back nice and straight and lift it. So what you're going to do, I've got my hands on my thighs, and I'm going to take the right shoulder, dip it down, and I'm going to look up over my left shoulder, and I'm going to laugh in that direction, and then I'm going to come back to center, and then laugh in the other direction. So let's take a nice deep breath in, and then laugh it all the way out, dipping that right shoulder down, looking up to the left. Keep the back nice and straight. Inhale it in, back to center, and then laugh it out and go to the left. Let's do that a couple more times. Breathe it a bit in, and then laugh it out. And then breathe it back in. Inhale, and then exhale it out. Up to the right, and then let's end that there. You can do another one at the end of laughter yoga exercises. We take our hands together. We go very good, yay. We do that twice. Very good, yay. Hopefully you did that exercise with me. And even if you can't physically do that, try that mentally in your mind. And what I want you to do is just get the laughter part of it. I'm doing various exercises to show different laughter exercises, but I really want you to just get the laughter down, because it's all about breathing, getting a lot of oxygenation in the cells, and doing that with it. Okay, and on that note, moving along, I'm going to show you a little hooping exercise. And also, by the way, thanks for the hearts and the thumbs up, and for joining me and all that kind of cool stuff. So thank you everybody who's joining live. So yay, I'm so excited. More people are joining in, so definitely join, like, share, all this kind of good stuff. So all right, last week we did a hoop on Body Shmear, and then today I'm going to show you an off Body Shmear. It's technically still around your core, but it's literally off body. So hopefully we'll be able to get this all in the shot. We'll see how this goes. I'm still working with this area. I have a bunch of stuff around me. Still have some stuff in the storage unit. So the move is interesting. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in. Okay, so regular schmear, little quick review from last week is this little position here. Boom, 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 boom. So you're basically going to do that same thing, but now we're going to do this off body. So instead of having this make contact with the body, boom, 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 it's going to be off body. So it's going to be boom, 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 boom. So how that looks, so you're going to, same arm position. So you're starting out, but this is going to be a little bit away from the body. Dog just came in and she's like, oh, heck no. She just walked out. So you're going to start kind of like a little Wonder Woman position, but instead of having it touch the body, you're going to remove it from the body a little bit. And then you're going to take this and go from a 3 and 6 o'clock position to a, 3 and 9 o'clock position. Yeah, I can count. To a 6 and 12 position. And again, off the body. And then to the front. So see how the front is away from the body. And then to the side, away from the body. And then to the back to the original position, away from the body. So you're coming around. And you can do this with a little bit of a wobble. So this is kind of like a little in air off body schmear. So you're still in the hoop, and I am using a smaller hoop because I'm in a very small space here. Just had the other puppy dog come in. Hey Layla, can you go up? I don't know if you can see this cute little doggy in the picture, but this is Layla. Yes, can I have a kiss? Oh, no. Right. Anyway, so that schmear, see there's puppy and kitty cameos in here too, so because they're just darn cute. That's part of the humor part too. And you never know. It's like working with kids and animals. I think W.C. Fields said that, be careful working with them because A, they steal the show, and B, you never know what they're going to do. So, all right. So the on-body schmear, of course, what you do in one direction, you can do in the other direction. So you can also, as I mentioned last week, you can turn with this. You can do a little wobble with this. So you can take your upper body, wobble with it a little bit. And you want to try and keep this in the same hemisphere. So if you are turning with it, pick one spot on the floor and just turn on that. You do not need to look at the floor because, that's where your focus. If that's where your focus is, this is not very entertaining to look at. So, but this is way more, doable. So, and your focal point. Some people do focus their eyes on their hoop, and doing that. And you can also think about this as your tip of the hoop is making a little isolation circle. So think of that. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. So it's making so your circle, so this is going so that's making a little isolation circle. So isolation, for anybody that may not know, is that. So, but it's making a little isolation circle, but you have it held with two hands. So you can just, so like literally I have my little gap in the hoop, where I have my little push button and I have a little gap there of like how I can take my hoop apart and collapse it. So I can have that, and that is going to draw a little circle. So it's going, dog likes that sound. So, and of course you can go in the other direction as well. You can do it with or without the turn, and you can do it with an anti-spin. So if the hoop is going one direction, you turn into that direction. So you turn opposite of how the hoop is turning. Ooh, brain, like little pops there. So this may be an easy thing for you to do. If it's not easy, that's okay. You can practice this. And also, getting back to one of the things I decided to go with some of my New Year's stuff is to add in like one little element of getting back to business stuff a week. So I'm going to try and get back to my Tuesday tutorials, and so we'll get some versions of that up. So I'll have like a shorter version of that, and then if you want to watch a little bit more long explanative, then you can watch this. So alrighty, I am under time budget. So yay, I'm doing good. All right, I'm very excited about that. All right, so thank you so much for joining me again. Go hit the Hoopla all over the web. I'm very easy to find. My name is Shay Rippinger. I am the host and the of the Hoopla of Y'all show, which is this. Thanks for watching this. Hit the thumbs up, the like, the share, all that kind of good stuff. Sharing is caring, and good karma. Yeah. All right. So thanks so much for watching. Rock on. Peace out. I think that's all I've got for you today. Hit the buzzer. Ah.